for down payment assistance is called the WISH program.
Okay. New to me. What do you mean?
Well, when I move companies, every company, you like to say companies are all the same, just this or that is different. Well, not necessarily. At Luminate, we have access to the WISH program,
okay,
which I'm still learning about, but it is a grant program for first-time home buyers.
It's funny you say that because that's one of the things I always talk to my people about when we do the consultation, the buyer consultation. Like, we go over the 6 steps to buying a house. Is every lender borrows money differently.
Yep, they sure do. And with this particular program, everybody talks about down payment assistance. What can I get for free? Or what box do I fit into? What's available? And most people don't really understand how down payment assistance works for the most part, because you have forgivable down payment assistance, and then you have non-forgivable down payment assistance, and there is a difference. The WISH program has a forgivable aspect to it. I'm still learning, but what I do like about it is it gets the home buyer, the first-time home buyer, it gets them to get some skin in the game.
Okay.
Not everything's free, although with this program there's a lot that could be free. But it's a matching grant.
Okay.
But it's not a dollar for dollar matching grant. It's a 4-to-1 match.
What do you mean? I put $1 in and I get 4?
Yeah.
Or I get what?
Yeah, if you put $1 in, you get 4. That's exactly it.
On top of my dollar?
Yeah. So so for example, you have $2,000 saved. Let's say you're a veteran, right?
Okay.
And you're doing 100% financing.
Yep.
You haven't saved for closing costs, but let's say you got $2,000.
Okay.
And you're out there, you make the offer saying you're going to pay your own closing costs with a VA loan. Well, that $2,000 is going to get you an additional $8,000. So you would have $10,000 total to put into the transaction, which can cover your closing costs. If you're a veteran, that scenario could work really well. But
that's a big deal, because I can use, because if we have somebody that has that, they have some scratch. But if they
just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if we can negotiate to get the seller to pay the closing costs. But if we're in a multiple offer scenario, that's not always as attractive.
Right. So
they've got $2,000 or they got $4,000.
Right. So using the WISH program, you can totally do that as long as you got a couple bucks saved and you qualify. Credit and income are factors in the WISH program, but that's all down payment assistance. They're always looking at credit. They're always looking at your income, but credit doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Well, does that, if I have $4,000? What if I have $4,000?
Well, then you'll have $20,000 total to put down towards the transaction. It goes up to $30,806.
$30,000? So
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I can stack that on top of like USDA and VA?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking notes. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, it's conventional FHA, VA programs up to 30,000. So, if you have, say you have like 7,000, 8,000 bucks saved.
Yeah.
But you're trying to cover down payment and closing costs.
Yep.
Well, if you qualify for the WISH grant, remember it's a grant.
Yeah.
It's not a second mortgage. But if you have 7,000, well, now you have an additional $28,000 that you can put towards the transaction. Use it for down payment and closing costs.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Now, the only issue with the grant with Wish is it does run out of money.
Oh,
but it hasn't yet.
Okay.
It takes a while for it to run out of money. It's
it's like an annual thing. It's an annual allotment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is Illuminate thing.
There's other lenders that have it here in Minnesota, not that I know of. I think we're the only ones.
Okay. Holy smokes, that's a lot.
I could be wrong, but
yeah. Well, I'm not going to go and try to prove you wrong.
Right. Yeah, it's good. Well, and it's just such a nice program. I've been trying to learn about it and, some of the other things that we have, because we have other down payment assistance programs too. But the Wish grant, what I really like about it, it doesn't seem to be as picky as some of the other ones. It is a grant, so it's not a second
by
mortgage.
picky?
As far as qualifications.
What about location?
Doesn't matter.
So I whether I'm in downtown Minneapolis or St. Paul or buying something in rural Wanamingo.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Works everywhere.
What about income limits? What if I make a lot of money?
Then you can't.
Okay.
So, but it's the same income structure as most other down payment assistance. So it's 80% area media income. And so we just look it up. And those limits have actually gone up. So it's kind of hard to get there.
Yeah.
If you're that normal everyday person.
Yeah.
Let's face fact. If you make a lot of money, you shouldn't need DPA either.
But I just had this one. What about, is it 1 to 4 units like FHA and?
Yeah.
What? Holy smokes. I like that. I got somebody that I need to talk. I need to put in front of you right now.
Right? Yeah, it's a cool program, and we have money left.
Okay, so what are we seeing as far as why isn't everybody using this? Like what are some of the things that you're seeing as to why people aren't using this?
They don't know about it.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we can fix that.
Right?
We can fix that. So if I wanted to buy a duplex and I got $2,000 and that somebody's already in one of the units, I can still buy that place without it. Wow, with and stack that.
Yeah, you can put the Wish program on it. Yeah, and then you have a tenant in the other half, so you're buying a duplex. And essentially, really, you could look at doing it no money down because it's a grant. So
yeah.
I mean, you have some money down because it's matching.
Yeah.
But how much is the duplex that you're talking about?
Well, I've got one right now that $275 is.
So can that one go FHA?
Yeah, it's already gone through the FHA appraisal process.
Okay.
Already appraised and no work orders. So
okay. So you have a duplex for $275 that can go FHA. That down payment would be $9,625. So I mean, if you have $2,000 or $3,000,
yeah,
say you got $3,000,
yep,
now you have $15,000 because of the grant that you can put towards the transaction. So you have your down payment, maybe you get a little help from closing costs.
Yeah.
But you have 15 grand to put into the deal.
Yep.
3 of it being your own.
Yep.
And the other 12 being a grant.
Yep.
That's pretty good to get into an income producing property for your first house.
Okay. Yeah. Well, out of curiosity, let me ask you this. So if I am a vet and I get 100% financing, and that house, let's say I buy a house for $300,000, and I've got $3,000 cash. I put $2,000 towards earnest money. I got how much are appraisals these days? VA appraisal
On a duplex, VA,
no, just a regular single family.
550.
550. Ooh, that's less expensive than a conventional.
They're about the same.
Oh, are they?
So
Okay.
I have different vendors now. So
Okay. I've seen some like $800.
yeah, I know it's robbery.
Holy smokes. And then they want to go back for a
Yeah,
reinspection.
of course. They want to reinspect for $250.
So 550. So because it's a closing cost, I get that 550 back. Or it's considered a closing cost. And then I do my inspection, but you guys are I can stack the 12 grand on top of that, right? 4 times 3 is 12 grand.
Your closing costs are all covered. Like if you're a veteran, the WISH program, if you qualify, you truly are zero out of pocket, except for probably your earnest money.
Wow. Okay.
Because if you're doing a $300,000 house and you're a veteran, 1% earnest money, that's $3,000. 3,000, then you got your matching, your 4-to-1 grant, so you have an additional 12,000.
Yep.
That's gonna cover everything.
And I can go into that purchase agreement not having to, well, especially in a multiple offer scenario, not having to ask the seller for closing costs.
Correct.
Okay.
So your offer.
What does that do to my rates? Like, does that affect
Nothing.
my rates at all?
No, it's whatever rates are right now.
Okay.
You're not taking a hit to the rate. Nothing. Like especially right now.
Yeah.
Whenever we see a new president take office, doesn't matter, Republican, Democrat, their first year in their 4-year term is always the strongest in real estate.
Yeah.
So as rates start to come down, because let's face it, people want to wait for rates, which is another video, but I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So they wait for rates to come down. Now, because we have more buyers, because that's what happens when rates come down, it gets more competitive.
Yeah.
If they can qualify for the WISH program, now someone who typically wouldn't be as competitive now can be more competitive because of this program being able to cover your own closing costs, maybe a bigger down payment as well. Just depends on.
I can use that to buy down?
Yeah. Yep. You can buy down the interest rate with it. Whatever you want.
Oh,
it just has to go towards the transaction, towards down payment and closing costs. So if we're charging points for the interest rate, that's part of closing costs. You can use the WISH grant towards that.
Okay. I got some calls I gotta make.
I like it. Well, and if people do watch this and they have questions, reach out to Isaac, reach out to myself. If you have a house and you want to learn more about the WISH program, whatever it is, you just need to reach out because nobody else
gotta
has
ask.
Ask. Yeah, 100%.
All right, I can dig it. Hey, man,
Cool.
I appreciate you jumping on.
Thanks for calling me with it.